All right, what's up, guys? My name's Cam, and I wanted to make a really quick video here, just talking about change and specifically like changing your brain. And I guess what I mean by that is like changing your brain in terms of like making or breaking habits, or even learning a skill, or like learning how to talk to people, whatever the case is. I don't want to get like too sciencey with this. I'm just kind of going to get my point across with it. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard in the past, sayings like if you have work to do, like just get up and do it, right? Don't wait to be motivated. Don't wait for the perfect day. Don't wait for the perfect time. Like just get up and go do it. Now, this is obviously true. Like you should just get up and go do whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. But at least for myself, for some reason, when I was a little bit younger, like this never resonated with me. Like I understood it, um, but it just, I don't know, I didn't click in my head for whatever reason. Like I was totally the type of person where, if I didn't feel like doing something, I wasn't going to do it, right? If I wasn't motivated, if the day wasn't perfect, if it wasn't sunny outside, if I didn't have food in my stomach, like I wasn't going to do something. Now, um, I guess as I got a little bit older, um, I guess I just kind of got really good at looking at things from a different perspective, and that's kind of where I'm going at with this video. So I want to kind of try to pass that along to you guys, and hopefully, it'll help you guys look at it from a different perspective as well. But basically, when it comes to changing your brain, that slight friction that we experience is basically our brain telling us, like, no, like, I don't want to go do that because it's too hard. Or, I'm comfortable being where I'm at. Like, I don't want to go do whatever that thing is because I like it here. I don't want to go there. Okay. And 9 times out of 10, we listen to our brains whenever this is the case. We're comfortable sitting in our room on our phone and not getting up and going to the gym or something. We're comfortable sitting in the back of the classroom and not raising our hand to answer a question or ask a question. We're comfortable watching TV and eating chips instead of getting up to make like an actual healthy meal. There's like very big things and there's very little things that will cause like this friction in our head to like get up and do something. Like it could be something as, big as, I don't know, like going to meet somebody on a first date for the first time, or it could be something as small as, just waking up and getting out of bed and not hitting the snooze button. So there's like, there's a very wide gap in what this is going to apply to. So all of these actions in our head, they're all safe actions, okay? We know we're not going to get hurt. However, like a little bit weird with our brain, essentially. Like our brain doesn't fully understand this. Now, obviously, if you're texting someone and you go to meet them on a first date, like it's not going to hurt you to meet that person. Like you're not going to physically get hurt, right? If you raise your hand and answer a question wrong in class, like you might die a little bit on the inside, but you're not going to physically get hurt, right? You might be a little embarrassed, but whatever the case is, it is not going to physically hurt you and kill you. A lot of times this can lead to a little bit more anxiety as well, if it's not taken care of and you kind of like push it like back to the back of your head or whatever for a long time. But that's kind of a whole strand of other issues. So where am I getting at here with this? Like, what's the point? The point is our bodies do not like to change. Okay, our brain and our bodies have adapted to be habitual creatures and the person that we are today. It's because it's safe and it means that we are going to live till tomorrow. Okay, that's all our head cares about. That's all our brain cares about. And if you want to actually change your brain and open up like the gates to neuroplasticity, that slight agitation that you get and that slight feeling of anxiety that you get is literally the starting point, you changing your brain with whatever it is that you want to change. If you could push past that for just a short period of time, you're going to successfully create new pathways in your head. They're going to lead you to whatever it is that you're trying to switch up or change, or that new habit that you're trying to form, or that new person that you're trying to talk to. Again, all it is an adaptation. And that's what our bodies and our mind were programmed to do from the start, from the day that we were born. So the next time that you want to learn a new skill, or you want to learn some sort of knowledge, or you want to talk to somebody, you have to understand that that little hesitant feeling that you get at the feeling is the starting point. Like you have to go through that point in order to change your brain. And it's obviously going to be the hardest part. But if you can push past that, all it's going to do is just force your brain and your body to adapt to whatever that new situation is. And everything is going to get easier and easier from there. So like a very simple example, if you're like about to go on a date with somebody and you've been texting them for a while, when you go on the date, like obviously you're going to be nervous, you're going to have butterflies, you're going to be a little bit anxious, but you go there and you have a good time, or you have like an okay time, whatever the case is. When you get back home, more times than not, you're probably going to get like a euphoric rush. Like you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I did that. That felt so good, blah, blah, blah. That's also going to tell your brain that like, hey, like, this actually wasn't so bad. I didn't die, right? I can do this again next time. So then the next time you go to see that person, it's a little bit easier, a little bit easier, a little bit easier, and so on. Same thing if you're like learning a skill. Say you're like learning how to throw a curveball in baseball or something. Out of 20 pitches, you might get like 3 good curveballs. Okay. And then as you keep throwing, it's just like bad pitch, bad pitch, bad pitch over and over. It's going to start to get irritating and annoying. You're like, what the heck? Like, why can't I do this? Every time you throw a bad pitch and every time you get that little like jolt of irritation in your head, it's essentially like a little red flag going off in your brain saying like, I need to not throw the ball that way. I need to not throw the ball that way. And if you can just push through like that irritation and that agitation for a little while, the next time that you come back to throw the ball, your brain is going to learn not to throw the ball that way, right? And you might get, 6 or 7 good curveballs out of 20 instead of 3. And then the same thing will apply the next time and the next time and the next time and so on. So, hopefully looking at this from like kind of a different perspective is going to help some of you guys out there. The way that I look at this, anytime I don't want to do something or I start to become fearful of like a new setting or a new person, basically I just try to embrace it. And I try to understand that it's just part of the process. And it's step one. And if you want to pursue whatever it is that you're going after, like you have to push through that step one. Okay. So again, hopefully that helped a little bit. I don't remember exactly when I learned this, but just kind of looking at it from a different perspective and understanding like why you need to push through that like friction period is kind of what helped me with it. So again, I don't necessarily look at it like a game, because there's definitely still some days where I just don't feel like doing anything. However, it's a little bit easier now because I'm like, oh, like I don't want to do this. Now I know like if I can push through it and if I can do it on this day where I'm feeling kind of crappy, it's just going to make it easier the next time. And it's just going to make it easier the next time. Again, our bodies they don't like to adapt, but they're fantastic at adapting. So again, that's kind of it for this video. Thank you for watching. I would like to know if you guys want to comment below if you've had any experience with this, if you've kind of pushed past that, that like tough starting point or that anxious starting point. And I also want to know if you guys kind of have anything else to add on to this. Anything that maybe I missed or anything that you want to throw in there as well. So I would love to hear it. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.